Hey Sarah, how was your company's team building workshop?
Oh, it was interesting, Mark. A bit much, to be honest.
A bit much? Did you have to do trust falls from a great height or something?
No, not physically. The team building workshop was a bit touchy-feely. Today's idiom is the team building workshop was a bit touchy-feely. Let's kick things off with a little quiz. What do you think this idiom originally meant? Was it overly emotional or physically demonstrative activities? Activities involving sensitive touch and feel? Or craft workshop where you made things by hand? Take a moment to think. Here's a hint. Consider the emotional side, not just the physical. Who's your answer, and we'll reveal the fascinating history on the next slide. The correct answer is overly emotional or physically demonstrative activities. Touchy-feely emerged in the mid-20th century in the US, particularly associated with psychology and the self-help movement. It was used to describe group therapy sessions or workshops that encouraged participants to be very open, emotional, and sometimes physically affectionate with each other, often to a degree that others found uncomfortable or excessive. It often carried a slightly critical or humorous connotation. So, what exactly does it mean when someone says the team building workshop was a bit touchy-feely? It describes a situation or a person who is overly emotional, sentimental, or prone to excessive physical demonstrations of affection, often to an uncomfortable or awkward degree for those around them. It suggests a lack of professional distance or personal boundaries in a given context. It's not necessarily negative, but often implies a slight discomfort or an unexpected level of emotional intensity. Now let's see the team building workshop was a bit touchy-feely. In action with some examples. Our first example, he's a great manager, but his motivational speeches can get a bit touchy-feely for my taste. Here, touchy-feely describes speeches that are overly emotional or sentimental, making the listener slightly uncomfortable. It's about a manager who might share too many personal feelings. For our second example, I don't mind expressing feelings, but that support group was too touchy-feely. Everyone was hugging strangers. This shows the phrase used when emotional and physical closeness goes beyond what a person is comfortable with, in this case, unexpected physical affection. Both examples highlight situations where emotional or physical expressiveness feels a bit excessive or intrusive.
Let's test your understanding of touchy-feely with a quick quiz. Among these four phrases, which two do you think are similar in meaning to our idiom? Is it overly sentimental, stiff upper lip, emotionally expressive, or emotionally detached? Take a moment to consider which terms align with the idea of being overly emotional or physically demonstrative. Think about the core meaning we've discussed. We'll reveal the answers and delve into their nuances on the next slide. The two similar expressions are A, overly sentimental, and C, emotionally expressive. Overly sentimental directly captures the excessive emotional aspect of touchy-feely. Emotionally expressive is also similar, though touchy-feely often implies this expressiveness is somewhat excessive or uncomfortable. In contrast, stiff upper lip and emotionally detached describe people who keep their emotions hidden or are distant, which are the opposite of being touchy-feely. Understanding these helps you choose the best phrase for different situations. So, we've learned that the team building workshop was a bit touchy-feely, means it was overly emotional or physically demonstrative to an extent that might cause discomfort. This idiom gained traction in the mid-20th century, describing intense group interactions. Remember, it often carries a slightly critical or humorous tone, implying a situation where personal boundaries might have been blurred. Keep an eye out for situations where people are perhaps sharing too much or being too affectionate, and you'll have the perfect context to use touchy-feely. If you have any idioms you'd like to study, please leave them in the comments.